Hello again, Dominic Trophy, and welcome to another video, and this one's actually something very, very special. With today being the 21st of August 2016, it's actually the 4th anniversary of my YouTube channel, and I just cannot believe how quick and these years have gone since I first started. As I said, started today, August 21st, 2012, and it's August 21st, 2016. It's just gone so quick, and I'm happy with that. I just cannot believe 4 years today I started my YouTube channel. And the thing is, I know a lot of people have been wondering what I'll be doing, but I will be doing a review of the Nintendo Wii U. I have the little clips there, so I'm just have it flat like this for the meantime. Now, the Wii U has a lot of good and bad, stuff with it. Because I know a lot of people either enjoy it or they don't enjoy it. Now, the Wii U, to me, I think it's one of the best consoles ever made. To me, it's actually my all-time favourite. Because there is so much great content on this console, it makes you think, wow, that is amazing and that is worth buying. And, that's just the thing with it. Now, the Wii U, it came out in 2012, November 2012. And it obviously started off the 8th generation. And it really showed you how much, at first developers put into the console, because there's so much great content on this console. Either first or third party, either exclusive or a multi-platform game, and it really shows you the capabilities of what the Wii U can do. Now, the one thing that makes the Wii U, I think, the most interesting is the gamepad controller. Now, the gamepad controller might look a lot, large and stuff, but it's really, really comfortable. I think it kind of melts into your hand. It just fits really, really well. Kind of feels like something from Microsoft or Sony controller, from their latest consoles. It just feels really, really good. And the one thing that makes this controller absolutely amazing is its soft TV play feature, meaning that you can basically play the full game on the controller without a television if someone is using it. Because we have gone through those times. I bet you have, and I have as well, where we've had family and friends come over, you're playing your latest game, and unfortunately you need the television and they're using it. But the one thing I think that's good about this is that you can basically play the full game on the console without a television, and I think that's pretty cool. It really, really makes it amazing, to play all these games. But also, they fully utilised it with, certain features such as like the inventory in the games. Like, for example, if you change your weapon or you need something changed, you just tap it on, with your finger or with your stylus. And, that's the thing, and other versions of the games don't use that, and I think that's something that kind of makes it very interesting. Now, there are a few games for this console that kind of made me interested in the console first. Now, one was, even though it's a multi-platform game, Mass Effect 3. Now, Mass Effect 3 is a truly phenomenal game on the Wii U, even though it's a multi-platform game, via Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, alongside PC. But the biggest flaw with this version, it's not the game itself, but for what BioWare did, and that is no Mass Effect Trilogy. Now, the Mass Effect Trilogy actually launched around the time when this was coming out for the Wii U, and it was announced by BioWare that they stated that if this version of Mass Effect 3 sells well, then we will bring the trilogy over. And unfortunately, that didn't happen, and I think it's such a shame, because this game is absolutely amazing. If they brought over the first two, it would have made it basically the ultimate console version. Really, really would have, especially for Nintendo. That's the thing. Now, obviously, there are a few other games that I liked on it, such as Call of Duty and Call of Duty Ghosts, and they really, really play well on the Wii U. I think it was amazing to see this franchise hit on the Wii U. After it being on the Wii, and especially when you play these in HD and stuff, it's just absolutely amazing. It really, really is. And one thing I loved with Black Ops 2, because I like this one a lot, is, as I said, there was so much great stuff that really made you think, wow, this is really, really amazing. Plays well, and the problem with this is, as I said, with the DLC thing, is that it didn't receive the Nuketown 2025 DLC until 2 years after it released, which was a shame. And But, you know, apart from that, if it doesn't stop you playing it, you know, you got to play the game. Now, another one is FIFA 13, or as people dub it, FIFA 12.5. Now, the reason a lot of people call it that is because this version of FIFA 13 is basically just FIFA 12 updated with, gamepad controls, which is a shame, because when I found that out, I thought that was a bit upsetting. It's supposed to be this whole new, next gen game at the time, for FIFA 13 on the Wii U. And there was so much that wasn't included, such as like the Ultimate Team mode that was on the Microsoft and Sony consoles, and I think on PC as well, I'm not entirely sure. But, apart from that, it plays well, it really, really does. The online play is actually pretty good. I've not played it online in a while, but it's still worth buying, that's the thing. Another game was Assassin's Creed 3. Now, again, another launch title. As I said, there was so much great third-party support on this console when it launched, and even if it's dwindled down, it's still worth while playing. And Assassin's Creed 3, another great game that really was absolutely amazing. And there was obviously the fourth one as well, which I'll just quickly get here. Sorry, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Another great game. That's the thing. It might be like to most people it might be like the worst version, the most inferior version, especially like the PS4 and the Xbox One. But apart from that, Assassin's Creed on Nintendo, still a great game. And the thing is, a lot of people might laugh about playing Assassin's Creed on Nintendo. I don't care. As long as I'm enjoying these games, whatever, that's the main thing. Now, there were other games that I think are absolutely amazing. And this was one game that mostly stayed in my Wii U. And that is, and I think a lot of you will know this, Super Mario Maker. Now, Super Mario Maker is, to me, I think, the best reason to own a Wii U. This game is absolutely phenomenal. It's just jam-packed with all sorts, creating your own levels. It's just absolutely amazing. It really, really is. And even uploading to the online servers, just one of the best games. I kept this in my Wii U for like weeks, the disc and stuff, because it's just a jam-packed game. It's just one of the best games you can ever buy. And if you ever do get into the Wii U, get this game. No questions asked. It's a great game, especially for Nintendo. Now, there were other games, that I did play a lot. Obviously, the most common, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, which I like the Super Smash Bros. Series. I think sometimes it's kind of gone a bit over the top, because I think that the fact that it feels like the same thing over and over again. But I still enjoy those games. I still like to go to the classics, like the ones on the N64 and the GameCube. But it's still a great game. This really, really is. And one thing I loved about it was that it was integrated with the 3DS with that version. But as I said, it's a fantastic game. There was also Tekken Tag Tournament 2, the Wii U edition, which this was one third-party game I think that did it really, really well, where they actually added like Nintendo exclusives things into it, such like like the Mario power-ups and all that stuff, and that's one thing I loved about it. There was a lot of games, a few games actually did that, but as I said, it's still a great game. Tekken. There were a lot of other games that were on it, such as the Mario and Sonic Olympics, which is I actually like these games. I started them on the Wii when they first came out, and obviously the 3DS and even the DS, and obviously the Wii U. Another one is Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, which has had a bit of a mixed opinion, because I think it's supposed to be like so broken. But apart from that, I actually like this game. It's actually pretty good. It was great to see all the Sonic exclusives on Nintendo for the meantime. But it's still a fun game. It really, really is. Plays well. To me, I've not had any issues with it. But it's still worthwhile. And the thing is, don't listen to what other comments say about the game being bad. It is really, really good. Another one, again, is Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Another game that I enjoyed a lot. It was great to see this is a launch title game. It's kind of like obviously Sega's version of Mario Kart, but it's still a fun game. Obviously, you can play the game on the gamepad and control, and I think that's just really, really good. Jam packed with you know, all sorts of Sega related content. It's just a great game. Another game that is actually on a lot of people's lists, and it's starting to become a lot expensive, but it was re-released as Nintendo Selects, and that is Pikmin 3. Now, the Pikmin franchise, to me, it's been an interesting one. I didn't start on it when it was first on GameCube, but I think once this came out, I started to get the other games, and they are pretty good. Love to get the second one, but it's a bit, you know, pricey, but I'll have to try and find that some other time. There's possibly like a Pikmin 4 happening for the NX, but it's still a fun game to buy. Another game I used to play on my Wii U, well, still play on my Wii U a lot, is the fantastic first-person shooter game on the Wii U, Splatoon. One of the most fantastic and one of the best newest IPs ever made by Nintendo. It's absolutely fun. I remember when I played this last year when I bought it, I got addicted. I got addicted for like an hour and a half because it's just such a good and fun game. Just, you know, it's absolutely amazing. If you've not played this, buy it. Even the online is absolutely amazing. It really, really is. And there actually are a few third-party games, other third-party games I've got. Some obviously new one is Minecraft, you know, the Wii U edition, which, you know, it's a shame that we got it last, but still a good version. One thing I'd love to see with this version is that they fully integrate with the gamepad controller, because if they do that, to me, like the ultimate version, really, really would. But the one thing that makes it interesting is the Mario mashup pack, as it says there, you know, basically, you know, Nintendo exclusive content to it. Another game I played a lot is Darksiders 2, another launch title. Now, this actually is a good game. It was great to see a lot of mature stuff on the Wii U, and it really, really shows you that this is not for children. It's for everyone at different ages. But there was so much great stuff that really made you want a Wii U. Just so much great stuff. And with Darksiders 2, it's a good game. And you know, it's very, very fun as well. Also, they actually did the DLC actually on the disc, so built in, which was pretty good. Now, one thing that's interesting is that there is obviously Darksiders 1 coming out for the Wii U, PS4, and Xbox One, remastered. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting that for the Wii U, the first one. Another one is Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. Very fun game. I think, you know, it depends on, you know, how people like the game and stuff. Sometimes, you know,